All right, I'm going to go over animation here. So I have my shark all rigged up. I have these joints set to constraints, right? All of these two constraints that we have here. We have different constraints depending upon which joints we're looking at, right? Um, so that it only moves so much, right? Um, so yeah, anyway, we can go up here to the channel box and we can zero out the rotations if we want, which would be a good thing. So great. Um, so yeah, so we're ready to animate. Now, the first thing we're going to do is that we need to make this timeline 100 frames, right? Which is a little over 4 seconds. Okay, so right now I have a 24 frame timeline down here. I can set this quite easily just by changing this from 24 to 100, hitting enter. There we go. And I now have a 100 frame timeline, which is great. Okay, so that's the first thing we do. Now, second thing we're going to do is try and animate this shark in a way that makes sense. Okay, and we could do this a couple of different ways. We could animate it with the tail, right? Now, once again, we don't have any controllers on here, right? So we're going to have to animate the joints manually, which is an okay thing to do. The best thing to do is watch how sharks move to try and get this natural flow, right? So yeah, so we're going to be using rotation primarily here. And what we are going to do is we can have like the starting position where we can actually have everything all the way over. Because what I did is I set the constraints to where I want each joint, when it's all the way over, to be one direction, right? Now let's get to the right tail. There we go. Right, so here's the one position, right? And then what we can do is we can go up here and we can add, we can go to animation, right? And we can add keys to all of the joints here that we're wanting to do. So we can set key, which of course is just S if we wanted to do things quickly. S and S. Great. So we have this, and then we can be like, how many frames will it be to switch around the other tail, right? So maybe we could do on a 24 frame timeline, maybe what we can do is 14, and we can see how that looks. Right, so we can go 14, and then we can go ahead and do here. And I believe I have it set up where I have keys automatically happening. Yep, there we go. So if I play it, that's what that looks like, and that looks pretty good. So then we can go to 24 frames, right? And we can totally go back and switch it the other way. I think I missed this one. Right, so within 24 frames, we now have this swishing going on. Right? Now, what we can do also is that if you look, the shark's head tends to go the other direction. Right? So we can go down here. We can animate the head to go this way as he swims, and then we need to set the keyframe. Of course, it's S as well, and we can go to 24 frames, and we can move the shark's head this way. Right, so now he's kind of swimming, looking around, right? Or we could have him undo that keyframe. We can go to 14 frames. Right, where we actually have set this direction. Oh, messed up. This direction. There we go. Right. So anyway, this is how you get to animate the shark here. Right, if indeed you want to go in this direction. There we go. I'm just going to take out these keyframes and just leave it in here. Great. Okay, so anyway, we need to keep on doing this. And then when it comes time to move the shark, right, to have him swim around, we can select the root, okay? And then just to have him move a little bit, because we have the root, we will actually use this direction, where we'll go ahead and we'll set the key, right? And we'll go for 24 frames, which is 1 second. And we'll have the shark kind of move ahead a little bit. All right, so when we play it, we have our shark swimming a little bit. Now, I haven't animated the flippers, but you will need to animate flippers as well, which you could do. I have the controller set on mine. I'm not going to go through the whole thing and bore you as I animate the shark, but it's up to you how you're going to have this shark swim around for 100 frames, which is a little over 4 seconds. You can have him swimming up and down. You can have him swim in a circle, rotation, just whatever is natural. The thing to do, and this is what I highly recommend, is that you look at a video for 4 seconds, right, of a shark swimming, and you try and emulate that with your shark here. Okay? This is what I recommend, because right now we currently have this thing going on, which is okay, right? But it could be definitely better, but it's starting to look real. I don't have his head animated, I don't have his fins, but you can look at how a shark actually swims for 4 seconds and really try and emulate that, right, as he swims around. Okay, great. So this comes to the end of my tutorial on rigging, right, on the shark. So let me know if you have questions. We can Zoom if you'd like, and yeah, I hope you guys have a good week. All right, take care.